I'm sitting here asking myself and knowing within myself that there's more to me. Not out of this place of self-importance and this egoic, like, I'm so special, look at me go, look at what I can do. But for myself, it's almost like it's a sacred gnosis in my being that knows there is more to me. There's more that I can be. There's deeper and deeper layers to the expression that wants to birth itself through me. The things that excite me, the things that I'm passionate about, the things that truly light me up, the things that invoke the aliveness within me. I'm sitting here asking myself the question, how much deeper can I go with this? How far can I take the totality that makes up my creativity, my creative life force energy? How far am I willing to go to express myself in my totality? Even as I make this video, in my mind, I'm like, despite this being an attempt at me wanting to express, and it is an attempt at expressing myself, I know in the back of my mind there's so much more to me. There's more ways in which I could animate myself, you know, from a place of truth, though, not from a place of performing for the sake of performing. And again, that look at me energy, that like egoic thing. And don't get me wrong, I want to be seen. That's why I love making videos, is because I want to be loved. I want to be a source of inspiration for others. I want to be a permission slip for you to be able to fully express yourself. I mean, like, what would the world look like if we were all kind of unhinged, you know? Not in a super chaotic, there's no order in the world kind of way, but rather from this place of like actual balanced, you know, a place of true gnosis of self, a place of true and proper and grounded recognition of like the totality of who I am, meaning I am a conscious, awakened, creative being. I am a product of manifestation. You know, I'm here and so are you. That means we have been created seemingly out of whatever the substrate is that makes this universe go round and round. Like, if we were created, does it not make sense that we create? And then what does that mean for me to create subjectively? Of course, creativity and creation and expressing ourselves and being fully unleashed and being literally embodying the totality of what we are. It's going to look different for everybody. But for you, uniquely, specifically, you know, for me, what does that look like? And how far am I willing to take that? How close to the edge am I willing to go with my own self? You know, how much can I put aside these egoic conditions and frames and borders that have been set in place to keep me safe and to keep me alive? How much can I coax that, you know, and keep going forward and keep leaning into the life force that animates me? Like, what does that look like? What does that sound like? What does that feel like to do that? You know, it's like, you know, how much am I willing to put aside my own insecurities of how this might be received or how it might look? You know, what does that do to you as the observer? What does that do to the individual? And is this why we love artists so much? Is this why we love actors in movies? Because these artists, they are fully embodying their expression. They are fully stepping into the vulnerability that is like the world stage, you know, or that is the movie set. It's like actors, yeah, and musicians. Like, I mean, think about a musician, right? Like the margin for error, it's just so small. When they're up on a stage, there's tens of thousands of people and they are like strutting their shit, you know, they are like expressing their stuff through the voice, through the instrument. They are literally embodying an expression of the totality that is. And maybe that's why we love artists so much. Maybe that's why we deeply, damn near worship them, because they are reflecting back to us this possibility. It's like, is that why I love actors in movies, my favorite actors? Like, because they are showing me another face of me. They're reflecting back to me that which I could be too, and they're the living proof of it. And so that's the inquiry, that's the question, is like, what does my own living proof of my own truth in this form, in this body, look like? What does that sound like? How does this person move? What's that person's name? Maybe it's not the name I was given at birth. Maybe I am creating something completely different, totally on my own volition. It's such a powerful inquiry, and it's definitely the place in which I'm resting right now. It's definitely the place in which I'm reflecting and actively trying to move more and more into on a daily basis, little by little, bit by bit. What does that look like for you? What would it look like for you to be fully unleashed? Like that thing that's inside of you. What is that thing inside of you that invokes the sense of aliveness within you? And what would that look like for you to embody that in your day-to-day life? How would you show up differently in any given interaction, for yourself even? Powerful. Powerful. Food for thought, my friends. Thank you.